Hello and welcome to a special edition of USA Today. Today we have a special guest star with us, Mr. John F. Kennedy. Hello, Mr. Kennedy, how are you?
Good, how are you, Mr. Michael?
I'm good. Today, for all you viewers who didn't pay attention last time, we are here to talk about the NASA and the space program and how we are in a space race with Russia. Now, Mr. President, please tell us, how is NASA doing with all of their programs?
NASA's programs are doing pretty good. We are currently working on a test that would prepare the astronauts for the challenges that they will face in space.
That's good, that's good. And how are we comparing to them? Like, are ships up to date? What's going on?
Our ships are currently up to date. We just need to send them into space right now.
And what about the astronauts? Like, are they volunteers? Are they drafted? Like, how do you get to be an astronaut?
Well, the astronauts are volunteers.
On another agenda, last September 12th, you gave a speech to the public about going to the moon. Did you mean every word you said?
Yes, I did.
Good. Let's take a look at that speech. I can pull it up here.
William Bradford, speaking in 1630 of the founding of the Plymouth Bay Colony, said that all great and honorable actions are accompanied with great difficulty, and both must be enterprised and overcome with answerable courage. If this capsule history of our progress teaches us anything, it is that man in his quest for knowledge and progress is determined and cannot be deterred. The exploration of space will go ahead. Whether we join in it or not, we mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond. Our leadership in science and industry, our hopes for peace and security, our obligations to ourselves as well as others, all require us to make this effort, to solve these mysteries, to solve them for the good of all men. There is no strife, no prejudice, no national conflict in outer space as yet. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Get to the moon first. Is this going to become a problem?
We don't know what's going to become of the future, but we do know that there may be a conflict.
Interesting. And is there any assurance that, like, you, the government, are trying to keep the peace the best you can?
We are trying to keep the peace the best we can.
It's like, and on Russia's side, is it like, are they more hostile or are they trying to keep the peace?
We don't really know what's going on with Russia.
And, well, you know how Sputnik went into orbit? What about us? Do we have any satellites?
We are making satellites that will actually provide some information about space.
Interesting. And, well, is this going to be like, are we going to receive anything, or what about all the data from Sputnik? Like, we never received any of that, and
well,
are we going to be able to get ours if we send?
Sputnik that they sent up sent back useless radio transmissions. So all they did was get the first satellite in space. We are currently developing a satellite that will actually give us information about what's out there.
Now, I'm not saying that they're UFOs, but would it be able to detect them?
there's a possibility.
Interesting. And can you name a few of the people that you're currently training for the space program?
I don't know personally. There are a bunch, so I'm sorry, but I'll figure that information out.
I'm sure you will. Well, Mr. President, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for coming to USA Today,
Thank you for
and I
having me.
will see you again later.